Positioning this phone is usually a whole other thing. Am I in the middle? Yeah, we're good. Is it straight? Yeah, we're good now. So, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my IGTV series. I named it The Update because it's honestly an update of exactly what has been going on in my life. It's quiet and ambient and just peaceful because we just discovered a second episode of Gabby Dollhouse. It's called the Gabby Dollhouse or what on Netflix. Whoever invented that shit, you are God sent, because Tuta is super obsessed, and when she's obsessed with stuff like that, we can be a little bit creative, innovative, productive, and all that jazz. So today's episode, we're gonna be venturing through one of the mishaps, one of the things that have been going on through my life, because honestly, if I can sit down and just review my life, I can just call it a telenovela. And as I'm talking about the mishap, I'm also gonna be doing a very, I'll call it the simplest of all simplest errand running makeup look, because after this I'm just going to run some errands because busybody. If you haven't watched, by the way, the previous episode, it's literally the one before this one. So if you're interested, you can just go to my IGTV and check that out. So I think it's best to stop ranting and get this started. This whole story is all about my previous job. Hey, my people. As you have read on the title down below, because I think I'm just gonna put the title like right over there blatantly, like just yelling at you guys. I got fired over the most stupidest thing that I've ever heard of. Stupid. When I tell you it's stupid, it is stupid. Previously, I was in this job that I kind of felt like it was giving me some kind of mental issues, like it was too much pressure, and like this life is too short to bear yourself with pressure and everything. Okay, good pressure, don't get me wrong, good pressure is good, but there's some type of pressure that every single day you sit down like thinking about like your salary, thinking about like how much you're going to make, and the fact that there are so many people who are making much more money than you, and you're not being able to get to that bar because somehow their logarithm, in my opinion, I just felt like their logarithm was unfair for me. That was just the excuse that I made. So I hit my friend up who was working there, and he sent me the link, and of course I applied, and I was so excited to join this job and everything. You see? Dirt. Toner. Is it toner or primer? This is the one that I'm using. They say that it's tonic. Glialitza. Tonic for face. The first day was pretty much as usual, like nothing was happening. And then the training and everything, of course, you're just trying to grasp as much as you can. And let me tell you, at some point it got a little bit confusing because they have all these rules. And these rules, they're like, well, they were a little bit confusing, especially for a new person and everything. So there were these two supervisors. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna put it up here. I'm not being racist in any way, type, form, or shape. I'm not trying to like say that this type of people act like this or this type of people act like this. I'm just putting facts on the table. Wait, I think I'm contradicting myself. So I just realized as I was editing this that I was like contradicting myself, but what I meant is at that time, this is how the people treated me, and from the past experiences of what I have seen, the specific people, it doesn't mean that it's all of them, it's just these people in this area treat Kenyans like this, if you can understand what I'm saying. So there were these two supervisors. One of them was a Moroccan supervisor, and the other one was an Indian supervisor. So I kind of had an issue with the Indian supervisor because he came off as, like in Kenya, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but in Kenya, the Indians treat the Kenyans like shit. Like there are all these memes all over talking about how the Indians in my country, they have apartments where like Kenyans are not supposed to be living in because it's all Indian and everything. And you know what's the shocking thing? They employ Kenyans as the watchman. So when I had all this in my head, this supervisor, the same character that I felt was in Kenya, even the shops in Kenya and everything, he could always tell the vibes that they're giving off, is the same character that this supervisor had. Like, from the nitty gritty things, like for example, he'd come and tell you, like, if you make a mistake, he'll come and stand and shout in front of everyone, do you even know what you're doing? There's nothing as frustrating as somebody coming to tell you, like, do you know what you're doing? And these mistakes that I make them, and definitely the next time is gonna be a learning opportunity. Like, okay, I'll accept. For me, it was a little bit challenging because I have this thing where I'm very forgetful. It's something bad, I accept, like, it's really bad. But when I make 1 or 2 mistakes, after that, with all the pressure that was there, I try so much to not repeat it, you know? Guys, tutor. So I think I'm gonna do my brows off camera because I can't just be talking and be like this. I'm gonna do my brows real quick and I'll come back. They're not sisters exactly, but I don't know if I'm using this vocabulary right, that we digress. We move on. Okay, and I'm this kind of person, like, I'll never, like, I see it happening to people, but I'd never ever put myself in a position where I allow another human being who has the same blood flowing in their veins, just because you have a little power, which is not like you're the president or anything, it's just that I feel like they were even actually, no, I'm not gonna trash talk that, I'm not gonna say that, but the small power that you're given, you make it look like it's everything. You get me? So hell to the fucking no. Am I gonna let you hurt my feelings just because you're a fucking manager? Hell no. So whenever he used to, like, come on my case and he'd tell me something, I just be like, oh yeah. And then, you know, sometimes when you make a mistake, you just smile and be like, oh yeah, damn, I made a mistake, I'm not gonna repeat that. He's just because I made that smile, he's like, in front of the office, he says, and Stephanie, you know I'm not laughing, this is not funny. When he tells me something like that, I just go back and tell him, wait, who said that anyone here was laughing? Like, you understand, such remarks will just get back to him and bite him. So I feel like, put that in mind, keep that in mind. Then there was this other Moroccan. Okay, so this Moroccan, I felt like he came off as this person who just wanted to impress. First day, I'm telling you, like, you're gonna laugh. When I think about this man, I laugh. The first day I went to the office, first of all, he has a nice car. I won't even lie. He has a nice car and he has his shit together. That I will not lie. I'm looking at this place. I'm sorry that I'm not looking at you guys. But yeah, he has a nice car. Let's just admit that he's well, he's okay, he's everything, right? But the thing is, he likes showing off that he is able. So first day, I'm on my break and everything, and you know, he's the one who's training me and everything. So he comes to me and he's like, you know, yeah, you need to be business oriented. By the way, do you know I have a car? And I'm like, damn, you have a car? Oh, good for you. Like, yeah, it's good that you're working hard and everything. It's good that you're working hard. Like, you're the kind of people we need, like, just to motivate us and everything. Like, you know, juicing him up. I felt like I just juiced him up too much, because after that he was like, wait, you know, do you want to see my car? Yeah, we can just take a 5-minute break. At that time, like, no, actually, I don't think I was in my break then. I was still working, I was still in training, and he was training me. So he was like, you know what, let's just take a 5-minute break. Let me go show you how my car looks like. And because I was a newbie, I was like, yeah, damn sure, let's go, let's check it out. So we go out and he shows me the car. And he's like, yeah, I worked so hard for it and everything. And I'm like so impressed because, like, first of all, in Ukraine, you have a car, you're a foreigner. But for him, I feel like he has residency because he's a manager. So I feel like, yeah, he has a residency. For me, I felt like it was something big because personally, I don't have a car. Yes, I'm working towards there, but I don't have a car right now. I'll accept it. And he just impressed me just like every other person. Little did I know that every single person who went to that job, That was the same thing. Every newbie, that's the same thing he used to do. He used to first juice us up with like, oh my gosh, I'm a very hardworking person. You know, I even have a car. In order for you to get to this level, you have to like work really hard. So like, I feel like that was just his way of like claiming that he's the boss. So keep that aside also, right? Keep that aside. So on this one of these times when we were talking, the issue, now here's the big issue. The big issue was, of course, if you all know, I have a child, and let me tell you, I'll put my child in front, like first priority. My child will always be first priority. Fuck jobs first, fuck everything. My child's health is first priority. So there's this one time when we were talking, there used to be an employee by the name of, okay, I don't think I need to mention the names or anything. I'm just gonna mention her as A. So there used to be this employee by the name of A, and she also used to have a child, right? And she, according to his words, according to this Moroccan's words, he used to be like, oh my gosh, this employee, she just keeps going away saying that her child needs her. Like, honestly, I just don't understand. Like, why would you come to work? First of all, the reason why you're looking for this work is so that you can get money, right? Then why are you like excusing yourself all the time? Do you think every single time you excuse yourself saying that your child is sick, do you think you'll ever like make money? After all, you know, this is business. I understand, yes, this is business. But honey, this is a child that we're talking about. This is a fucking child that we're talking about. So he was trying to tell me, I feel like, first, his question when he approached me was, why is it so difficult for you mothers to stay in one job and work like consistently? And I was like, why? Then he started giving me the story of this person, and I tried to tell him, like, you know, she is a mother, unlike you guys. No, and wait. I told him, you know, she's a mother, she has a kid, and the kid is first priority and everything. And then he was like, yeah, I understand, but there are other people in this job who have kids. For instance, he mentioned some males who are the fathers of the family, not the wives, the fathers of the family. So he was like, these other people, they come to work every single day without fail. What's the difference between you and this other person? I was like, if you haven't noticed, those are the men. The women are the ones who are the like, I'm not trying to like say that the men in her families do not have a role in taking care of the child. But truth be told, when you're having a woman, the woman is the one who's like mostly taking care of the child, because the men are the bread givers, the bread winners, if you understand what I'm talking about. So so this guy is still trash talking, and he was like, if I had a business of my own, I would never employ those women who have kids, because I feel like they just bring losses to the company. Keep that aside. So this one time, now let's go to the subject of the matter. So this one time, I got a call. Tuta was not feeling well. She was having some what do you call them, gas problems. I think she had food poisoning or something of that sort. She ate something that wasn't just going well with her stomach. So as usual, I was in night shift then. So I told him, you know what, I'm gonna go check up on my child. I will be back. I'll even leave my laptop, because as you guys know, I used to go with my laptop to work, because I used to want to study when there's not so much work, you understand? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave my laptop here. Depending on how the state is at home, if Tuta feels well, I'm gonna come back. If not, I'm sorry, I'll just have to like take the night off, because I take my kid as first priority, which is common sense, like, you get me. So he was like, keep me updated, I'd like to know, are you okay, blah blah blah. He sounded very concerned. I feel like this is just not my shade. And I've had, do you guys, or is it because of the summer? Damn. I feel like this white is also exaggerating things, like, yeah, you see, right now it kind of makes sense. Maybe add a little bit more of this black, a little bit dull foundation that I have. Let me fix this off camera, I'll be back. Well, I think this is the best that I could blend it. The other places where it has issues, you'll just have to move on. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else. So Sunday, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I text I text this guy and I'm like, so yeah, I'm sorry I didn't come to work. Tuta was just not feeling well. She was too clingy, so I couldn't leave her to come to work. I'll always put my child as first priority. So he just doesn't reply, and do you know what I get? I get a text from the overhead manager. Okay, these are the guys, honestly, they're called supervisors. They're not managers, they're supervisors. So the manager, the overall floor manager, texts me and he's like, I hope you good luck in your future endeavors. I'll let you know when the salaries are ready. Is he telling everyone like good luck in your future endeavors? Like, is this like one of those texts that they do like as like, you know, like those texts which just don't mean anything? They just tell you good luck, blah blah blah, in this coming month because we're in actually end month or something of that sort. So I texted him and I'm like, wait, am I not working? And he was like, based on last night, based on what I heard, you said that you quit last night. And I was like, I quit last night? No, I think there was a big misunderstanding. My child was not feeling well, so I had to leave the office. I even left my laptop with the hopes of coming back. So my laptop up to now, it's in the office. And he was like, but you should have told me. I was like, God, there's one channel. I told the supervisor, and I feel like if I tell the supervisor, I shouldn't tell you because, like, you know, there's always that chain. You get me? But I didn't tell him that. I said that I told the supervisor. I was hoping that the supervisor was gonna like let you know, cause I communicate directly to the supervisor. So he's like, no, you would have told me, but in anyways, now that you have cost us so much money, I'm sorry, I have to let you know you're fired. To start with, I cost them too much money, right? I did not mention that I work from Monday to Saturday, right? Sometimes I worked till Sunday because my forgetful self would forget that on some day I had a day off, but my head is like work, let's go. So even on my day offs, I would turn up at work. So technically, I would work 7 days straight, right? And then this fucker tells me that you have cost us so much money. Mark you, let me tell you something. From the first day, I just felt like this place was not hospitable. Like, when I tell you, like, I even tried to recommend to them because, like, it's kind of so hard. This is not the best technique for concealer, please. I'm just doing it. This is not the updated. You know, like, there are so many guys who are coming up with different means of, like, doing concealer. This is not the most recommended. Please don't come for my neck. But, yeah, so I was trying to tell you, like, so when this guy tells me that I have cost him so much money, and that they don't want to work with me anymore, I was kind of sad because this was the first time in my whole life. When I tell you, this is the first time in my whole life that I got fired, and I got fired over the most stupidest thing, just because I prioritized my child over this job. And then it hit me. Well, this other manager, he kept insisting that whenever he'll ever have a job, he'll never employ people with women with children, because it's a business and it's all about profits and everything. There's one time we also had an episode like that where I told them, like, I can't come to work, but I promise on my off day I'm gonna like cover. I was willing to take my off day, the one day that I had with my child, take that off day and cover, just because this one time my baby needed me and I couldn't come to work. And I told them straight, like, it was so clear. I told them, I know I cannot come today, but I will cover up for that time that I missed. I will come for one straight time. And then they were like, you know, these are calls, you know, you're costing us a lot of money. Yet, if one of the old employees claimed that they had a headache, they'd be told, oh no, just go home, recuperate, and then you come back whenever you're feeling well. Yet me and my child, they say that I'm losing money for them. Ah, guys, you have no idea how much that stung. Like, I just didn't feel bad because I was fired. I felt bad because I was fired because I had a child and I prioritized my child. Like, honestly, I don't understand this corporate world. And I kind of feel like that's one of the reasons why I really, really want to have a business of my own, where I don't have anyone to monitor, not to monitor me really, but anyone to come for my neck just because I missed one day prioritizing tutor. And she's there knocking the door. I was supposed to do the whole makeup, but I was talking so much that I did not even do my eyes and everything. So yeah, that is exactly how I lost my job. I was fired for the very first time. This for sure will go down the books, the old books of Stephanie's life. Next, don't even ask. I just want to show you guys what it feels like having a girl child, a curious girl child. I have no freaking idea how this brush got to this, but for sure I found it in Tuta's mouth one day. Let's just say if you watch Harry Potter, this was petrified. But you know what? You make do with what you have. So I think I'm just gonna do like a very, very light brown eyeshadow just to make it look like it's not just plain. Can you see it? Can you see this, guys? That brush. Okay, so off camera I did my lashes, I did these things which are like a whole other stressful thing. I also did my lips. I did what else? I baked a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm pretty much done. Oh, one more thing. Set that in with a little bit of this. I think I must have done it a little bit too much, but it's cool. We cool. Voila! I think I'm done. On to the hair. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do to my hair. I'm thinking of ponytail, not ponytail, high vibes. I'm thinking of letting it go. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my old style. Yeah, I think that cuts it. And then we're gonna like reinforce the thing a little bit like that. I think that cuts it. I'm done officially, ready to go. We're not looking like the witches of Ivana Kamisheva Street. We're looking like decent human beings who want to look productive and at the same time look cute today. Oh my goodness, we have to tuck this in. Like, these ponytails, they are the best thing that anyone has ever invented because the hair just gets out of your way. You get me? And it doesn't even have to be tight. Voila. So, tell me what you think about my story. Let me get some support. Let me get some support of how fucked up that situation is. In other words, I got another job. I got so many people who want me to work for them. I'm just hoping these people are not as evil as these other people. Again, I put it out there. I have so many Indian, Moroccan friends and I love them. They are my buddies. I love them. It's not like I'm against these people. I'm just against these two human beings who honestly do not even deserve my time. I don't even need to talk about them because they're not worth my time. That's past tense. We move on. We digress. We are happy. After all, now I have so much time to even do content for you. I'm still finding like the most appropriate job that's gonna work out for me. I have a lot of them that are asking. Like, I applied to a lot of them and they accepted me and all that stuff. If you haven't followed me, follow me for this juiciness. Of course, I'm gonna come with more content on exactly what's happening in my life. Other than that, I guess this is the end of the video. I love you guys. Bye.